head coach Mark Downey. Coach, your team's on a current 10-game winning streak. What have you guys done in order to be able to pull off so many wins?
Well, after we lost the state the first time, the team got together and we challenged them a little bit. Just talked about playing for championships and, not underachieving and winning the games you're supposed to win. And they really responded. I didn't know, we kind of put together a first season here. We figured we could, if we won a championship with this first season, we said we have 10 games left. If we can win these 10 games, we'll probably give ourselves an opportunity to play for a third championship. We all get a second chance with playing in the conference tournament. But if we put together that streak, that we thought that we could play for a third championship, which would be the national tournament. And, we put ourselves in position to do that, hopefully. We've got to finish strong, but, I didn't know if we could do it. We talked about winning one game at a time and trying to win out, and, I wasn't sure if we could do it, and we still have work to do. But we are. We're taking it one game at a time, playing pretty well. We've had our stretches where we haven't played well for a half of a game or 10 minutes in a game, or didn't start the game well, or didn't start the second half well, but guys have been resilient and found a way to win, and you got to give them credit. They just their will to win and their will to pull out games in the end has been pretty phenomenal, especially the last couple times out. So proud of them, and hopefully we can keep it going.
And like you said, playing for individual championships, you guys have jumped into the national rankings. You came out as number 25 this week. Be the first time since 2002 that UC has had a ranked basketball team. That also landed you as the third-ranked team in the region, just behind Shaw and West Liberty. What are your thoughts on progressing forward and how the national ranking and the regional rankings turn out for the rest of the season?
Well, when you're building a program, those are things that you want to do. The region rankings mean a lot, because we want to be in firm going into the conference tournament. We want to be in a firm spot, and go into the conference tournament and do our best and try to keep that spot as we go into the NCAA tournament. The national rankings, it's kind of for show. Doesn't really mean anything until the end of the year, but it is nice. It gives your program some national recognition. It lets your guys know that people across the country are recognizing what they're doing, and it's nice for people in the community to see and recognize what we're doing and build an excitement, and hopefully at the end of the year with this winning streak and the national ranking and the high region rankings, and hopefully keeping our number 2 ranking in the conference, it just gets people excited about our program, and you always want that. That's what we want. We want more people in the stands. And it's a win-win for everybody. And hopefully people will be excited going into this conference tournament. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd there at State tomorrow. And I'm sure that, when the conference tournament rolls around, that we'll get a pretty good backing over in the Civic Center if we're so lucky to get there and keep winning. So, it's great for the guys. It's great, for our program, but we've got to stay humble and keep our eyes on the prize, I guess, and stay focused and just keep trying to win one game at a time.
And like you said, you mentioned you've got one more regular season game with a trip down to West Virginia State. Obviously, no give-me game. It's a team that's we've struggled with a little bit here at UC in recent years, and I know it's somebody that you're really trying to go out and get a win after, obviously moving into the playoffs. What are your thoughts on Saturday's game and what you guys are looking to accomplish?
Well, we still want to keep the momentum. We want to keep this momentum going into the postseason. So it's a big game in that regard. It's always a big game because it's a rivalry game. They've dominated this rivalry, so we've got to make it a rivalry again. We've got to win some games here, and if someone dominates it, it doesn't really become a rivalry game, and they've done that over the last 7 or 8 years. They've just owned it. So we've got to go over there and play well. I didn't feel like we played great the first time we played. We missed a lot of easy shots, turned the ball over way too much, and didn't make shots from the perimeter. And they zoned us, and we just didn't make shots. So we've got to do a better job, against their zone, which, they've zoned us now for 3 games in a row, and we're better at going against the zone now. Guys have confidence playing against it. We've seen it just about everybody we've played, and we've got to go over and execute what we do and do what we do, and we've been talking about just go over there and play. Just have fun and go play, and that's what we've been doing the last 10 games. So we need to go over there and do it again. And I know it's a rivalry game, and I know the place will be crowded, and I know it'll be crazy and all that. But keep your eyes focused on what we're trying to do, and your mind, and go out there and play the way we've been playing, and just have fun. And hopefully these guys will go over there and do that.
And not to look too far ahead for the West Virginia Conference Tournament, we'll have another edition coming out on Monday for the conference preview. But what are your thoughts on going into the conference tournament with West Liberty falling last week? Obviously, they still hold the number one spot. You guys are pretty planted there at second. There's still room to move there, but hope to go in at the number 2 spot. What are your thoughts moving forward with Wheeling jumping up to number 3 and West Liberty falling down?
It just shows that anybody can go in there and win. It shows that West Lib can be beat. We played West Lib really early in the year, so I'd love to get another shot at them if we can stay. And we probably at worst fall to 3. I would think. I don't think we'll move out of second and third, so we wouldn't get them to the finals. And there'll be a lot of work to do before that. And a lot of good teams to play, and it's tough in the postseason. It really is. You've got to survive in advance. You just got to do what you got to do to win and get to the next round. And anybody can beat anybody in this league. It's what's crazy. Seton Hill came in here and had us beat a couple games ago, and Concord played a really good game the other night, and we struggled and found a way to win late in the game. And we'll have Bluefield or Downey probably in the first round, and those aren't give-me's. And then you got to go to the conference. Once you get to the Civic Center, every game is tough. So it just shows that anybody can win it. That this league has great parity, which shows in our region rankings. We've got 5 teams out of the 10 in our region rankings. It'll be a tall order, but hopefully, we're playing our best basketball late in the year, and hopefully we just keep finding ways to win.
I look forward to it, Coach, and we'll talk to you after the state game.
Sounds great. Thank you.